It's Thursday, which means it's time to best ball bash. That means one of you in the YouTube chat who is a YouTube member on this channel will hop on stream with me to draft a team. I think it'll be the little board. That's all that's available in the lobby right now. But hopefully get through a couple of drafts today. All you have to do is drop the hashtag join the bash in the chat, and we will get rolling here today. I'm Pete Overzet. Best Ball Bash starts now. Welcome to the Best Ball Bash. We are throwing a party. One of you guys in the chat will be hopping on stream to draft, and then we will split the $2 million prize.
We are in the 2020 Honda Civic.
I think we got to lock him up.
You're going to be able to get us Jalen Knoll to fall by staring them down in the eye right now.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, Pete.
Lock him up.
That's my kind of guy. I am going to need a howl from you.
Hopefully none of my neighbors mind.
Oh, this is going to be my life. This is so much fun.
All right. How are we doing this afternoon? I just got a haircut. Just got my car inspection. Feeling fresh. My car's feeling fresh. And we are ready to roll here. Abos Corporation says, I was the first comment by a little under 24 hours, but Pete or moderator removed my comment. Brother, I did not remove your comment. I'm pretty sure the way the YouTube live chat works, I set up these events ahead of time, and I think there's a period of time when the chats go away. It might be 12 hours, might be 24, but I promise you I did not remove your comment. But feel free to post it again. Feel free to post it again. We got BestBallChosen becoming a member. This is my long con for the bash. Is just these the So You Think You Can Tout contestants now want to follow in Rick's footsteps, get up on stream and draft with me. And this is how I get them to become YouTube members. So You Think You Can Tout, really just a long con pyramid scheme for me to get more YouTube members. And it seems to be working with BestBallChosen tossing his name in the hat here. Of course, Abos is well. Arm covers. We need more touts. Yes, that's what everyone's saying. I log online every day, and the world is just begging for more touts. Well, I'm going to give them at least one. That is what's going on with So You Think You Can Tout. Also, speaking of So You Think You Can Tout, we're going to have a new video dropping immediately after the bash. I have it scheduled to go live at 4 p.m. Eastern. Very fun video. It covers the Rick beef that started last week on this show with him taking an unprovoked shot at PPR Tyler. We get PPR Tyler's response in this video. We also have an exploration of our villain Cole, who I teased in that first episode. And I also announce our first guest judge. So make sure you guys check out that video when this stream is over. That'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern on the Deposit Kingdom YouTube channel. I do have one rule, Rickadoozle. People who are veterans of the bash know the rule, and it's one rule. You can't be on the show back-to-back weeks. We got to get fresh blood. You're more than welcome to put your name in the hat next week, but you are not eligible. Neither is Hampton as well. I know Hampton's trying to get on screen again. What a great show, though, last week. Obviously, the Rickadoodle and then Hampton coming on and, brutally frame-mogging Davis and all the other streamers. Very fun times. We'll see if we can live up to last week here today. I'm going to let a few more entries trickle in, and then we will get rolling. It looks like we got 6 entries here to start. Let me go ahead and get this up on screen before we spin. There it is. All you have to do, hashtag join the bash in the chat, and your name will automatically be entered into this drawing. If you are confused about how to enter, right now the chat is gated specifically to YouTube members. So you have to be a YouTube member on the channel to participate in this chat and therefore be eligible to toss the hashtag in. It doesn't matter which level you're at. You can be at the cheapest YouTube membership level. That'll always get you access to the bash. If you do spring for the Best Ball Value Hounds level, that'll get you access to all of the After Dark episodes. So I've been doing those every weekend. This past weekend, I caught up with Denny Carter, one of my old friends in the fantasy space. We had a very fun conversation. And all of those conversations are evergreen too. Like they're not slate specific or, very news oriented. So you can go back in the archives and enjoy those once you become a YouTube member. And this week, tomorrow night, I am having Nick Ercolano from BDGE on. Always like catching up with Nick as well. He has, of course, been crushing it over there with his company and his channels, specifically using AI tools to really take a lot of their stuff to the next level. So I'm excited for that conversation with Nick tomorrow as well. Nope. Unfortunately, as of this morning, still no ladies have submitted an application to So You Think You Can Tout. So that is, it's a bummer. I'm still trying to drum up some submissions from the females out there. I'm going to do a Reddit AMA on Monday, kind of make one final push to get this show and this application out to the greater fantasy football universe. So who knows? Maybe the Reddit push will help. But if you know any ladies in your life that you think can tout, I would love to have a few ladies apply and get in the mix there. All right, but I think this is great. We got 8 entries to start with here. Like I said, we'll do a couple of drafts. So if you don't get on stage here immediately, you can stick around. We'll spin again after this first draft. But good luck to everybody today. And who will be our guest? Oh, there you go. He called his shot. He called his shot. This wheel is agnostic to all YouTube members. You do not have to be an applicant for So You Think You Can Tout to win a spot to come on here and draft with me. But the randomizer gods are shining favorably on the applicants here in back-to-back weeks. Best ball chosen. Shoot me a message here and we will hop in a draft. Let's see. I'm going to check the lobby here. Yeah, we are down to just the little board. I believe earlier this morning that second UDFA was available, but then that filled up. But this is fine for me. Like I said on Monday's Best Ball Breakfast, I mean, it's a $3 20 max contest with a $100,000 top prize. That's still pretty incredible. So we will continue to fire at this, and I will look forward to doing just one entry at a time. If you tuned into Best Ball Breakfast on Monday, you will know that I attempted to draft 5 teams at once. It went decently for a while and then inevitably or eventually fell off the rails. So we'll get back to single tabling the little board here. All right, Chosen, you got to message me though, brother. I don't see a message from you on Discord or X. So message me so I can get you that link and we can get drafting here. GoAZCards, I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting for you to join when I saw your name on the wheel. I would love to do a draft with you, so please continue to enter. After meeting you at the Dog Bowl in KC, I can safely say you would be a pleasure to draft with. Actually, I take that back. I missed this message. So glad I didn't win. I'm pooping. Yeah, no, in that case, get out of here. Get out of here. You DM'd on X. Is Elon hiding these chats from me again? Let me see. Oh, I see you on Discord now. Thank you, sir. I did not see it come in. There you go. I just sent you the link on Discord, so you are good to go. And while you hop on here, I am going to enter this little board draft. If you guys want to draft with us, well, we just snap filled it. We just snap filled. So let's see what spot we get here. We got the 110. We'll get the 110 here with our guy BBChosen, aka I'm going into my dashboard here. And speaking of dashboard, every single time you're broadcasting or I see your clips, you're in your car. Is this your battle station?
So I was at work, but I don't really have anywhere quiet at work to make it work. So I got into my car and I'm figuring out how many more times I can say work. So
Okay. I like that. That's Rick last week was, I believe, in the stairwell at his
Yeah,
office
yeah.
trying to find a quiet spot. So I get it. That's one of the hallmarks of the bash now. When we're drafting in the middle of the day, I think you said your West Coast time, you guys have to get creative with these spots to draft if you don't work from home.
Yeah. Well, I often do work from home. Just today, I'm at the office. But I'm doing my best. Mason Dodd impression. If you want, I can take my shirt off, and I can be streaming from the car.
Wait, has he done that?
Yeah, I don't know if you watch his every year his flock league stuff. Almost every clip of him seems to be his shirt off or he's in his car or both.
I have not seen those. So no, man, that's now maybe I need to check him out if I knew this guy's showing skin over here.
Yeah, man.
Well, there you go. Well, pleasure to be drafting with you. I believe I've shared your submission videos on X, so some people might be a little bit more familiar with you. And you've been you just did a guest appearance on the Tout House as well, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got on there, and I think I was the second video posted, but I think that was the first one to film. And we're the only ones so far to have drafted a team, and I think it's the shipper. So,
wow. Can you what am I? People always ask like me. When people come on stream with me, what percent of the winnings, and I always have the same answer. It's 50% of whoever I draft with. That's just how it goes. But I guess I do have to ask. Are there any royalties within the Tout House umbrella if you guys ship whatever contest you drafted in that come back to, the host of the show?
I mean, so when I drafted with the commission, I'm spacing his name. I feel like a jerk right now.
Mitchell.
But, yeah, Mitchell. Yes. I was just planning on sending 50% his way if we made it to the finals, but.
I think it's pretty clear. I think, Mitchell gets 20%. And then, the rest goes to me and we can just kind of figure it out.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if you want to get in on the piece of the pie, I'm happy to give you 20% of my, of my stake.
That is the thing. Once we do kind of narrow down the submissions to the official applicants, I will be having you guys all sign a lengthy legal document, which kind of entitles me to basically everything you say, do, own, or win in perpetuity for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and I was thinking you probably are going to want us to all do a buy-in to cover that site credit.
That's actually not a perk. I'm crowdsourcing that from the 60 applicants. Everybody has to pitch in to make that work. All right, we're going to learn more about you today, but we are on the clock at 1:10. CD Lamb.
So we got CD Lamb at 10, or okay, no, we're not going to do CD. We're going to do Jeanty. All
right. Ashton Jeanty, come on down here at 1:10. I believe this is my first Jeanty share in NFL draft contest. Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll see how this one falls. So CD at 11 seems pretty strong for whoever that guy is, but we'll bless him today.
Talk it through to me. Are you super high on Jeanty or just super high on locking up a running back here?
So for structural reasons, I'm a big fan of Jeanty there. I think that CD having as much competition as he has, I don't know if Dak does as well this year either. So I just really like Jeanty. I think that he's the third best running back this year. I'm a believer, and so I really like Jeanty, and at pick 10. 11, 12, it seems super strong.
All right, so we grab him. Lamb does immediately go after us. The turn double taps wide receivers, and we are back on the clock here with a bunch of green on the board.
I'll go Achane. I really like him. I think he'll be pretty much the only offensive piece ever on the Miami Dolphins, unless he gets traded, which is even better. But I think that he's just a smash.
Yep. All right. We get the start here, Jeanty and Achane. Wind it back a little for people who aren't familiar with you. What's your day job? Tell them about why you want to become a TOW, all that stuff.
Yeah. So my day job, I don't know for compliance reasons if I think I should be fine. So I'm a mortgage broker. I won't say with what company or any of that stuff, but I'm in home loans. And my background in fantasy, is that what you asked as well?
Sure, yeah, or why you want to be in the competition, etc.
Sure. So I really like drafting teams quite a bit, and I think that especially when I'm partnered with other people and whatnot, talking with them, I think that there's I have a fun personality, and I really enjoy the game of football, and drafting teams, and so I would love to get into this space, and kind of the goofy chicken statement. I want to live the soft life, so it would be super fun to get to do this, at least on the side, or even pretty full time.
Yeah.
Because it's just the soft life, but it's fun.
I'm glad you mentioned Goofy Chicken. I tapped into his stream last night for just the top of the show, and it was incredible. The stream starts and he's not on stream. You just see him. You see his kitchen. The dude has like a full like plasma TV just on his kitchen island behind him. And then his tagline is 1-800-GAMBLING. We're not calling. I mean, I just say I'm becoming a big Goofy Chicken fan. And yes, that line about wanting to live the soft life is definitely probably the best line in any of the submissions so far.
Yeah. I mean, when you asked earlier today for like who is the best submission, I mean, obviously I'm a little bit biased, but I understand that when the mom says that her son's the most handsome, she's probably lying. So I really do think that Goofy Chicken was the best submission in all honesty. So
I did the video there's a video dropping today, and I did highlight a portion of your submission video just because I enjoyed the meta aspect of the truth serum portion and kind of winking at the people who have been getting it wrong between the hot takes and stuff. But I think I'm now just like retiring from talking about the truth serum stuff. I think I've talked about it on like 4 shows at length. I think everyone knows the drill at this point. And I will say the submissions coming in now have been much, much better in that true serum regard. So I actually feel like the discourse helped. We are back on the clock here in the 3rd round. ETN, Higgins, Kyron, Igbuka, Devontae, Javonte.
All right. We'll do the top. We'll do Travis.
Okay. I didn't get it. I
was like, sorry.
No,
it's
man.
So small on my phone. I apologize.
I'm gonna keep telling you in advance the cue, but yeah, the 20-second clocks are coming out as fast. So sorry there. We grabbed T. Higgins. I wasn't sure.
T. Higgins isn't terrible. It just always kind of feels bad, getting the wide receiver 2 on any team at in the 3rd round. But if anyone can do it and make up the points, it's certainly T. But I like some of the higher upside guys there.
All right, we're on deck. The options are going to be Igbuka, Devonta Smith, Zay Flowers, Ladd.
We're going to do Ladd. Ladd's my guy.
Wow.
He's probably the person I'm trying to be highest on. I mean, it's hard at like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots to get him. But even still, I kind of like to pull him up. It's just hard to justify that over like, you see AJ Brown going or Nico going, but I really like Ladd right there in either the 3rd or the 4th. But
all right, I need to be sold on Ladd because I am not a believer. And I guess, is it just Mike McDaniel hopium? Because that's the only thing that could get me excited about it.
Okay. Well, so one, Mike McDaniel had, the highest scoring offensive team, I think possibly ever, a couple of years ago with the Dolphins, and that was with Tua. So, I mean, that just seems kind of gross. And now he has, possibly, I mean, obviously the best quarterback that he's ever had to work with. And I think that Ladd is a better player than Waddle. Obviously not as good as Tyreek, but when you have a quarterback like like he's got. I really don't mind. And then a much better offensive line has a very in Hampton a very good running back. And so yeah, I really just don't see Quentin Johnston doing what he did last year, taking as many targets from Ladd. And so I feel like he's priced in currently at like his floor, and I think that he can only go up from his ceiling.
I definitely won't disagree with the ceiling. I certainly disagree with the floor. I mean, just the fact that down the stretch last year, like he was well behind QJ and Keenan in targets. He wasn't even pulling ahead of like Gadsden and Trey Harrison in market share of receiving yards. There has like me pretty concerned, but you remove Keenan, you get a new offensive coordinator who's an upgrade. Like I can see the upside, but I do think the floor is actually still pretty low.
Well, how many points did he score last year? It's like what, 150 in half PPR. That's not great, but like everyone that he's drafted around, like, I mean, not everyone he's drafted around, but I mean, that's not everyone else was at like 190 to 200. So, I mean, you're missing 50 points. So, I mean, obviously the floor is not great, but everyone in like I guess probably if we were drafting him at like literally what his floor is, it's probably like late 5th round, but.
Yeah, I mean, week 11, 2.8 points, didn't play week 12, or that must have been the bye, 11.9, 1.7 in week 14, 3 points in week 15, 12.3 in 16, 3.6 in week 17 when they really started to use Gadsden and Trey Harris more. Like, I mean, that is, for a 4th round pick, the floor is very low right there.
That is
true. Hey, God, we're on the clock. Lamar, Carnell Tate, DeAndre Swift, Brian Thomas, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow with T. What do you want?
We'll go Carnell Tate.
Okay. All right. Glad we actually got that pick in. All right.
What are the next wide receiver? I mean, so that's going to be.
We got Carnell Tate here. So our team so far is Jeanty and Achane at running back. We have T, Ladd, and Tate at wide receiver. We're in the Brian Thomas, Lemon, Harrison, Pierce, Parker, Washington, Tyson zone here at wide receiver. Swift at running back, Jaden, Burrow, and Hurts available at quarterback.
Okay, if Swift's there, he goes. We're 2 picks away. Man, it's so small.
Yeah, sorry. I have to zoom it out for the draft board here.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
But no, we keep talking through it. Daniels goes. We're on deck here. Do you have any interest in Burrow with T or no?
Yeah, we can go Burrow. Burrow is.
Well, no, I want what you want. I'm just.
No, I do want to go Burrow. I don't think we'll probably get Justin Herbert, so I'm just happy with Burrow. I think that he's probably priced at literally like his max. I don't think it's like the greatest value in the world to get Burrow there, but I don't mind him.
Yeah, we should. I mean, so we're right. We pick exactly at Herbert's ADP at 82. So he could certainly be there for us as well. Because I don't know who else would be. Maybe the Hampton drafter, but they just take Hurts. So I don't know. You should be able to get Herbert.
Well, this is what UDFA too?
No, little board UDFA filled.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Little board. I mean, you just never know with some of these people, if you can call them people. They have no respect for the stacks.
One thing I wanted to ask you about. One thing you wrote on your submission. You said you're a strategist, you're 2000 rated in chess, a grandmaster in Risk, and you were top 6 in the state of Washington at Settlers of Catan. Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. You're a nerd.
Well, kind of a nerd, but I can do like a full flagpole, like for calisthenics and stuff like that. So I've always kind of cringed when people would call me a nerd. Like, that's not really want to be, I'm 5'10". I can grab the rim, like I play a lot of basketball and whatnot. So I'm pretty active, but yeah, when it comes to like strategy and stuff like that, I really I can get pretty addicted. So like chess, I just kind of blew up that
So
specifically.
flagpole, touch the rim at 5'10", calisthenics. Are you like, did you do gymnast type stuff?
No, I never. I mean, my mom signed up for a couple classes for me for gymnastics when I was really little, but never got into that, the leotard
Okay.
life. But yeah, so actually when I was little, anytime I would do something like bad that wasn't like all that crazy, but like they like stop being annoying, Seth, they would make me do push-ups, and so from probably about 5 years old to like 13, I was doing about 100 push-ups a day that entire time. And so I was just a pretty fit kid, and that just kind of has carried me into my adult life. I just enjoy calisthenics particularly, but I can bench my weight and I can squat like a decent amount, and I can deadlift pretty well. But
Okay.
I'm not really that lifter bro style. But
All right. So you heard it here first. Seth rejects the nerd moniker. He contains multitudes here. And we are about to pick. We have Burrow to T. We have Jeanty and Achane as our running backs. We also have Ladd and Carnell Tate at wide receiver. We are 2 picks away. Top of the board for ADP right now is Cortland Sutton, Michael Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, Addison, Dart, Algier. Any positions you want me to look at?
so I don't mind. We'll be done at quarterback. We'll do Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't mind going double quarterback early. I think that it's plenty strong, especially with all these people trying to go three quarterback. It just becomes so gross trying to pick up some of those later round guys. And I really don't particularly like the Cortland Suttons of the world and whatnot. So this is a perfect area to go quarterback. If he isn't gone, which I don't think that he will be gone, we're gonna pick my player with the highest exposure.
Ooh, okay. All right. This is a fun tease. Yeah, the turn grabs a couple of 40% quarterbacks.
Of them.
All right, let's see here. Michael Wilson does go. Addison
Okay, we're gonna
goes.
go Tucker Kraft.
Okay. Yeah, talk to me about Tucker Kraft. He was a guy. People were talking to me about him in the chat on Monday's Best Ball Breakfast. I think it was Bindles who brought him up. But yeah, give me the spiel on Kraft.
I mean, he was going crazy before he got hurt last year. Obviously, I mean, with getting rid of Dontavian Wicks, they're not really the same type of player. They're not going to get the same type of targets or the same thing. I just really think that he is Jordan Love's favorite target. Obviously, it's a little difficult to tell exactly because I don't think he and Christian Watson played very much the same time last year. But I really think that Tucker Kraft is tight end 4 this year, and I don't think he's really that far behind Colston Loveland. And I really like the Green Bay offense this year, and so I'm super duper high on Tucker Kraft.
I like it, man. Yeah, I feel like people have been a little slow to maybe adjust with the Dobbs and Wicks being out of there now, and what that means for Kraft and Reed, and I suppose Golden as well. But yeah,
you're not a Golden bro.
No,
I kind of know that. But.
Yeah, I actually, I thought they were talking about it on ADP chasing a little bit this week. I guess I kind of have more the centrist opinion. I thought it was a good debate. What Sam brought up some of the guys who have had kind of his peripherals rookie year, and that it's a wide range of outcomes for those guys. But the guys who were hits, as Jacob mentions, tend to have much better college profiles than Golden. So I do think the most likely thing is he's going to bust. But I mean, you read what they're saying about him, what their actions have done. Like, they've cleared the runway for Matthew Golden to be the wide receiver 3 out there. So he's going to get another crack at it. And even if he's not good, he's probably going to get some chances to score fantasy points.
Sorry, someone tried to call me and it completely messed up my groove. I'm not sure what happened there. What were you saying? I apologize.
Oh, just that I'm kind of conflicted on the Golden stuff, and I was recapping a little bit of the debate they had on ADP chasing this week about it.
Yeah.
But let's get ready here for this next pick. We're 3 picks away. I'll read you the board here.
Can we take a look at running back?
Yeah, running back. You're looking at Gainwell, Jordan Mason, Rashad White, Chris Rodriguez. It's really gotten chewed up. Gainwell's ADP 114. We're at 108. Quarterback, we're toggling off of. Tight end, you're Laporta, Gadsden, and then wide receiver, you're like Pittman, Wan'Dale Robinson, QJ, Casey Concepcion.
Are we up? We'll do Pittman.
We're up.
I really do not mind Pittman at all. I think that he has actually probably very similar upside to DK Metcalf, and you can get him like 2 rounds cheaper. I know that Metcalf currently, like some of the I'm forgetting who it was, but he had him as like his wide receiver 13 or something in his simulations. But I really do not mind Pittman at all. And I think that he's a really good bet for, especially if Aaron Rodgers comes back, just that style of play.
Yeah. Hey, I think it's interesting in that spot. I probably go QJ just to double stack with Herbert. But if you're really high on Ladd at the expense of other guys like QJ, then it makes sense.
Yeah, like you're kind of saying, with particularly the Ladd bet, I kind of have to be lower on QJ. I don't really like stacking them. I don't mind the Gadsden and Ladd bet.
We're on the clock again. What position do you want to look at?
We'll go Rico. No, sorry. We'll go Gainwell. Sorry.
Gainwell. Yeah. So, sorry. We'll grab Gainwell as our third running back, but go ahead on the QJ stuff.
Yeah. I cannot. I mean, I just don't like QJ. Maybe I don't have a whole lot of reasoning behind it. I think his hands got a little bit better last year, but I don't like him. And I really do like Gadsden, but that's one of those where I kind of am fading a player just because of my internal feelings, not because I really know what I'm talking about. But
as far as Gainwell, is that just like, oh shit, I want a third running back, or do you like Gainwell a good bit?
I actually like Gainwell quite a bit. I mean, you saw him last year being just fine 1A back. I'm not the highest on Bucky. I know Bucky's all right. I mean, he got hurt last year quite a bit, and so that was kind of problematic. But even when he came back, he didn't do the craziest amount, and that's kind of reflected him now being like a third rounder instead of like a late second or whatnot last year. But I really do like Gainwell. I think that he is, I'll pull out the cromulent word as a running back 3.
Yeah, he's like a unique profile in that you get kind of some of the floor with the pass catching stuff, but then, I mean, last year he was really getting a lot of high value touches. And I mean, if he does what he did last year, again, this year, he's a huge smash. The question is, does Bucky keep him at bay a little bit more than Jalen Warren? But I think he's a good click in this range as well. Here's the team so far. Burrow and Herbert. We got both those guys stacked up with T and Ladd. We have Jeanty, Achane, Gainwell at running back. Our other wide receivers, Tate and Pittman. We got Tucker Kraft at tight end. So we're pretty balanced here. 2 picks away. What position would you like to look at?
I don't like tight end here. I would really only be looking at running back and wide receiver. What is it? Aaron Jones in this tier?
6 seconds. Higgins, Aaron Jones, Jalen McMillan,
we'll do Aaron
Jonah
Jones.
Coleman. Aaron Jones will be our running back 4 here. I've not clicked a lot of Mason or Jones. I don't know if I'm just like spooked that they're going to draft someone or just uninspired by them last year, but those have been blind spots for me.
Yeah, so I would agree, and I would kind of parrot that I think that Minnesota is super live to draft someone. I don't think it'll be Price, and so I think it's that next tier of maybe Coleman, maybe Washington, or even lower on the board. I just think, especially with all these people saying like possibly none of these guys are really that great of starters in the NFL, that even if they do draft a rookie, there's still a lot of outs to that rookie just kind of sucking, and Aaron Jones being the adult in the room for one more year, and then they go and try and find someone else, or that rookie be better. So I think that there are still outs, even if they do draft someone, for Aaron Jones to be good. And I'm not the highest on Mason in the world.
All right.
So
we're on the clock here. Running backs: Jonah Coleman, Mike Washington, Bill, Charbonnet. Wide receivers: Denzel Boston, Shaheed, Juwan Jennings,
we'll
Diggs,
do Shaheed.
tight end. All right, let's grab Shaheed here. Is this where your Seahawks fandom rears its ugly head?
I mean, kind of. So I just don't think that people understand that one, the Seahawks have a different coordinator. So although he didn't get a whole lot of targets last year, that might not necessarily be indicative of the amount of targets that he'll get this year, just because the coordinators can like different people. And I think that Shaheed is just that guy. One, if he's a kick returner this year, you're slated to have like 2 or 3 touchdowns like extra, which is great. He did a really good job kick returning last year. And then on top of that, I just am kind of in on the Seahawks offense. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's a kind of another like leap of faith of. It's such a weird thing because it's like Seahawks win the Super Bowl, very smart organization, trade for this guy, and then don't really use him at all as a wide receiver. So it's like a weird logic thing to be like, oh, now that they have an off season to implement him, it will be a more natural fit. Where it's like, I'm pretty sure they could have found a way to implement him more. But hey, well, I don't know. I could see that going either way.
Yeah. I think that they really like him as an organization. And I do think that everything was working so well with JSN that I don't think that they really needed to change a whole lot. And the running game was actually doing pretty good. I mean, obviously. So I think this year, especially with Kenneth Walker going now, I mean, there have been some drafts where some mocks with Price going there, and I think that that's probably the best landing spot for Price to go. But even still, I think that Rashid Shaheed gets plenty of targets this year.
All right, there you go. Here's the team so far: 2-4-5-1. Burrow and Herbert stacked up. Jeanty, Achane, Gainwell, and Aaron Jones at running back. T. Ladd, Carnell Tate, Michael Pittman Jr., and Shaheed at wide receiver. Tucker Kraft at tight end. We are 5 picks away. The solver suggestions right now are Denzel Boston, Stephon Diggs, Brenton Strange. Tight ends definitely here. Some wide receivers. Running back, we're in the James Conner, Emmanuel Wilson, Woody Marks range.
What are the other running backs?
After them, you're into Emmett Johnson, Pacheco, Dylan Sampson, Brian Robinson, Tajay Spears, Tank Bigsby. Wide receivers, best available.
We'll pull Emmett Johnson up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. ADP 168. We're picking at 154. No problemo there. We get our running back 5. And it seems like you said you were good at quarterback. Didn't want to. Yep. And then 5 running backs. We got the 5 wide receivers, the 1 tight end. What do you want to look for here in the 14th?
What do we have at wide receiver?
Wide receiver, we got all of these veterans: Diggs, Ayuk, Judy. There is the controversial Travis Hunter, Jalen Naylor, Debo, Calvin Ridley.
So I'm not going to capitulate to the Travis Hunter slop. He's a cornerback through and through. I'm not on him this year. I think I have like 3 shares.
The slop is that he's a cornerback. That's the new slop.
Nah.
You could say I don't want to take it, but the slop is the reporting about the quarterback. That's the new slop. There hasn't been any slop about it being a wide receiver.
I mean, I guess I was trying to make a little bit of fun of Davis, although I love Davis. But
Hey, God, we're on the clock, and then we can interrogate this
we'll
more.
go Jerry Judy. I think Jerry Judy is just as a very, very usable prospect, especially there. I think that he'll be just fine, even if they do draft someone over there.
All right, I'm going to put Shedeur Sanders in the queue for us. If we're going to take Carnell Tate and Jerry Judy, we might as well double stack these two Browns wide receivers.
That would be pretty funny.
All right, 2, 5, 6, 1. So you're kind of an interesting as far as where you fall on the slapsis, because I feel like some of your stuff is like very slappy, but then being like Travis Hunter DB is very like right wing slappy coded. So where do you identify on that axis?
Dude, I've heard people try and explain it about 40 different times. I've watched the Slapsis video explained like 3 times, and I truly don't understand myself. I feel like maybe I'm in a little bit of an enigma when it comes to maybe I'm Slapsis divergent. Maybe, I don't know.
No, yeah. I mean, if you're definitely from some of these takes, I see you in like various quadrants as we go. So yeah, you are. I guess you are a manic slappy is what we're realizing here.
Yeah, I'll take it.
What kind of things do you like to do to land the plane here? We have 6 more picks. Do you have some of these rookies that are your favorites? Because we're pretty balanced positionally.
So, I don't know how many people are listening. I guess I don't really care a whole lot. I'm a Gunnar Helm tout through and through, and I like myself some Elijah Stowers just fine. I really enjoy Ted Hurst as a prospect. Everything that I've been hearing about him has been like, I just feel like he's going to be the next Puka Nacua. I feel like that's crazy, but I think that he's going to be really, really good. I tend to actually be pretty rookie heavy. I think we only have 2 currently on the team, which I think is good. But at the end of the draft, sometimes I like to take those flyers on rookies just because they have the most upside, that's for sure.
Before we make this pick, chat, after these 2 picks, I'm going to spin the wheel to see who's going to be our guest on the next draft. So if you guys are just tuning in now and you'd like to jump on stream and do a draft with me, put the hashtag join the bash in the chat, and I will be drawing again here in the next couple of minutes. Right now, we are drafting with BBChosen. I'm realizing right now I didn't put the banner down below. There it is. Now everyone knows who you are.
Well, it's not 3Bs, but I'll take the 3Bs if you want.
Ooh, you know what? Best Ball Bash Chosen is
there we go.
Is your moniker today.
Okay.
We're on the clock here. Brian Robinson, Spears, Tucker, Singleton, wide receivers, Tesla, Trey Harris. If you want that double stack, what do you want?
We'll take Singleton actually.
Okay.
And we'll be done at running back.
All right, that's how I know you're ready to be a best ball streamer. When you say the phrase, we can be done at running back. Now you are knighted into the brotherhood of best ball streamers.
Thank you. And I forgot to mention, thanks so much for having me on. That's super, super cool. It's like a dream.
Of course. Yep, exactly. He's in the tight knit circle now. Okay, we're gonna make this next pick. Then I'm gonna spin the wheel here. What position would you like to look at?
Is Gunnar Helm still on the board? I feel like he's already gone.
See, no, Helm is here as of right now. The tight ends are Schultz, Taylor, K. Dotton, Gunnar Helm, Njoku. Gunnar Helm.
We'll do Gunnar. Yep.
Okay. All right, we will grab Gunnar Helm as our tight end 2. Any interest in the Trey Harris double stack, or this man has eyes for one Charger and his name is Ladd McConkey?
I do not like Trey Harris. I think I have him on like 3 teams. I'm sure he'll be all right, but I'm not drafting him.
All right. We're going to spin the wheel. This is going to be our next guest to come on and draft a little board team with me. on the bash.
It's Rick.
No, I already explained.
That would be great. That'd be great.
No. As I explained, you can't go back to back, but man, the StreamYard algorithm loves best ball applicants here. Okay, it is Charles. GoAZCards. Hopefully he's off the shitter at this point. Charles, shoot me a DM. You're hopping on here to draft with me. Okay, we have how many picks? 4 more picks to land the plane. But
so why don't you think any women other than Max has submitted for the show?
What is that? Is that like a playful Barb from you guys are now buddies in the tout house and you feel comfortable calling him a girl on stream? Is that what I just picked up on?
I mean, I don't mind starting a little bit of controversy as well. I don't care.
Why do I think not more females have submitted? I mean, one, it's a sample size issue. There's just a lot more men who consume fantasy football content. So that's one issue. And maybe Rick and Tyler are the other issue in that there's just so much manosphere energy surrounding. So you think you can tout right now that women don't feel welcome in this toxic manosphere. So those would be my 2 hypotheses there.
Sure.
Let's see here. Charles, are you watching, sir? Are you watching? Because I need to get you the link. I swear to God, if Charles is still on the toilet here and not ready to draft, I don't know if I have your Discord, but Charles, let's make it happen here. All right, let's lock in here. Seth, 17-10, 2 picks away. What would you like to look at?
We'll pick up Ted Hurst.
Ted Hurst. All right. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're going to say, guys, the next Puka Nacua, we better be selecting him.
Yeah. That would be problematic if we didn't.
Yeah. All right. Ted Hurst is ours. Come on down. Our 3rd rookie here and our 7th wide receiver. We have 3 more picks, a 2-6-7-2. Done at quarterback, done at running back. So wide receiver and tight ends here for us.
What do we have for tight end?
Tight end, so we have Kraft and Hellman, best available right now. Njoku, Ferguson, Freiermuth, Parkinson, Gesicki, Dulcich.
Njoku is he's fallen quite a bit, huh?
Yeah. Yes, he is. Yeah, I think it's similar with a lot of those veterans. We are on the clock. Do you want to take Njoku?
Yeah, I'll take him. I think that we have plenty enough points, even if he doesn't start this year, to do just fine at tight end. But if he does get on a team and do well, at least in the half of the second half of the season, which is kind of really only when it matters, I think Njoku is a smash.
Yeah. I actually wrote an article for Fantasy Life that just published where I was looking at some of my blind spots in drafts right now. And I was talking about like the veteran wide receivers, specifically like Jennings, Debo, Ayuk, Tyreek, Diggs, a lot of the guys without teams. And it is, I think we all want to stack in drafts. And so when these guys don't have teams, I think we probably overly penalize them just because it's like, I don't know who the quarterback is in trying to, kind of push through that crutch there with that and target some of these guys who still have juice, I think is important. So I like the Njoku call.
Yeah, I like Njoku and I like Jennings. I know we didn't get him on this team, but I think that he's pretty solid and much cheaper than last year. I didn't have any of them last year, but I think this year he'll be just fine. But I would agree with you on all the other guys. Actually, I have a lot of Tyreek Hill. I think that I don't really have a reason to, except for I really like Tyreek Hill and his possibility of going to the Chiefs or some other team and getting way more targets than he probably deserves just because of his name and that he can maybe be a little bit of a diva. I really do see that as an outcome. So,
yeah, I will say the ETR ranks and the solver have been kind of on top of the Tyreek stuff as well. I do think the price is probably right there at 180. Most of these guys have zero risk, but it's kind of like the same thing as the George Kittle thesis for me of like when he is on the field, you know what you're getting here. I am proud to announce that we do have GoAZCards in the hopper. He is going to be good to go to draft with us once we finish here with Seth. We have 2 more picks away at the 19-20 turn. Here's the team so far. Burrow and Herbert, skinny stacked. Ashton Jeanty, Achane, Gainwell, Aaron Jones, Emmett Johnson, and Singleton at running back. T and Ladd, along with Tate, Michael Pittman, Rashid Shaheed, Jerry Jeudy, and Ted Hurst. And then our 3 tight ends, Tucker Kraft, Gunnar Helm, Njoku. So is this double wide receiver tap here for you?
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to be picking anything else. Do we have Torrey Horton that's available?
I think he's gone.
If he's gone, that's all right.
Check. Yes, you can't indulge in any more homerism on this draft. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all good. I mean, we could pick George Holani, but I said the word. I'm just kidding. We're done at running back.
We are on the clock here at wide receiver.
So we'll do Chris Bell.
Yeah, we'll keep rookie diving here. Talk to me about Chris Bell.
Well, I've heard from some Eagles fans that particularly like Chris Bell, that they think that he might go on to the Eagles, and I would really like that if AJ Brown gets traded. I don't think it's really that hard to beat out Hollywood or Wicks, and so if Chris Bell is just like somewhat decent, I think that he could be the wide receiver 2 on the Eagles, and then I just think that he's a very solid player in all. I mean, he's been comped to AJ Brown. So,
all right, yeah, I've heard some of those rumors there for the Eagles as well. I know they're interested in Omar Cooper Jr. potentially in round 1.
Apparently, everyone is.
Yeah. Okay. Final selection here. You got another wide receivers you want to try here?
What do we have on top of ADP?
Iominor, Noel, Kyle Williams, Cup, Tez Johnson, Antonio Williams.
We'll do Cup. Well, you said that I couldn't, but I'll take Cup.
Wow. Okay. I almost accidentally didn't get the pick in time, but I did happen to get you Cooper Cup. So when Rashid Shaheed is still averaging 1.3 targets a game, and the dust of Cooper Cup is getting 5 or 6, we'll be covered.
Yeah, I mean it's the handcuff that just keeps on giving. So we'll see what happens there. I really appreciate you having me on, Pete. This was super fun. I hope that I get to make it onto the tout. So you think I can? So you think you can tout? What are you? And this might just be for everyone, but is there anything extra now that you're looking for them? Now we're 1 week away from it starting. What do these people need to do to just shine?
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't submitted, you need a really good submission. And like I said, I think the submissions have been getting better and better as we go along. I don't know if that's because people are kind of learning from some of the mistakes or maybe the ones that were a little bit more rushed, or if people are just spending more time on them. That could be the case. So definitely come with a strong submission. And I would say, if you haven't submitted yet, really find ways to differentiate yourself. There's a lot of submissions that are I would say decent submissions, best ball bros, here's what I've done or whatever. But the creativity element or just positioning yourself as a unique voice will go a long way, because I have a lot of applicants that kind of look the same from a bird's eye view. So that would be my thing. And then for the people who have already applied, shout out to you, to Mitchell, to the Tout House, the guys creating content, really trying to, yes, the contest gave you guys permission, so to speak, to get going, but you're also hey, I'm just going to start doing this now, even aside from the competition. So it's good to see the guys in the mix who's hungry in that. So yeah, anything to keep your name in the mix is good. And I was going to say, did you want to follow in Rick's footsteps in calling someone out, but you kind of already called out Max. Is that your guy you're going after? Sure.
I'll give him a hard time. He's one of the only other young guys. We're about the same age. So I guess I'll give him a hard time. I don't think there's enough room in the world, in the world of the tout for both of us. So I'll give him a hard time. Maybe I'll call him a girl and put gum in his hair or something like that, kick his backpack. But,
all right.
And then if I can shout out just a little bit, we have 6 more spots for the So You Think You Can Tout Dynasty Draft that I think we're going to be streaming at some point soon. So those people that are looking to get their name out there just a little bit more, we have 6 more spots. So you guys should come join. I think that you reposted my comment on that. So if anyone's looking for the link on that, going
there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are an applicant and want to dynasty start up with the guys, hit up Seth. Well, I will be in touch, Seth. We will catch you around the interwebs, and it is now time to bring up a man who told me he was on the bathroom or on the toilet when he submitted earlier. Are you can I just confirm you're not in the bathroom now? You're out of that?
Oh, I had a shower, but I am good.
Okay. We're good. We're good. You guys know him from the chat, the Badge Bros chat, longtime supporter of the channels, GoAZCards. I was super stoked to meet this man in Kansas City for the Dog Bowl. And I will say, for people who don't know you, I don't think anyone partied harder or came ready to have a good time more than you at the Dog Bowl.
Truth serum. This is going to be my first draft without a beer. I'm so disappointed. I drank your beer last night, so it was all empty, so I couldn't even grab one. I was like, I couldn't even do one for the bit. I got to go to the store when I get off.
Wait, I need to unpack that. Your first ever draft with a beer. You're telling me you have never drafted a team without a beer in your hand?
Oh, I always have a beer.
Like, but you do a lot of daily drafts. Like, we're not just talking 18
I'll do some morning
with
Chad. It's like 6 something my time. I got to have a beer every once in a while.
Wow. I mean, I knew you said you started drinking, Dog Bowl weekend right at the airport, all of that, but that's like vacation. That's whatever. Yeah. But you're telling, I like want to fact check this. I don't believe that this is the first time you've never drafted without a beer.
Well, technically it's your draft.
Okay. So then you're still,
just saying,
you're still in the clear. Incredible stuff. You're
cardio club, beer club. Come on.
Okay.
Everyone's got to have their own little stick. And here's my truth serum for today. This is going to suck. Sorry, guys.
No, it's not. You need to have some confidence here, Charles. And are you in Arizona right now?
No, Colorado.
Are you from? Do you live there now?
I grew up in Arizona.
Okay.
So, yeah, I grew up in Arizona. I just move around. I just moved around a lot.
Okay. Well, we have the 1-7. Excited to draft with you today. And for people who aren't familiar with you outside of your handle in the chat and on Underdog, tell the people a little bit more about yourself.
My name's Charles.
Yes. What do you do for a living, Charles?
Not that much more. I don't have any social media. Commenting in YouTube was like biggest thing. Never thought I was going to be on a stream. Never had a desire to do so. And then stupid brother and being drunk at the Dog Bowl throwing me on the draft, throwing me on the stream. But no, I just love drafting. I actually like drafting over salary stuff. I just like it when it comes to dailies. When it comes to I just think it just takes a little more mind than a Sam to actually build really good teams. So I love the drafting aspect of it. But
awesome.
I mean, what else do you want to know? Travel.
What do you do for a living?
Analyst.
Okay. What do you analyze?
Yep. Big spreadsheets.
Big spreadsheets about what?
Prices and financials.
Okay. You're a tough date, Charles. You're really making me pull out this information.
No, I'm an analyst for the state, so I don't want to get, you know what I mean? I'm on lunch, boss, if you're watching this, because you do play fantasy football. But no, I've done a lot of different things in my life. I was a bouncer at a strip club when I got out of the military. I've worked at Victoria's Secrets in the stock room. I've done so much stuff, man.
Wait, what did you do at Victoria's Secret?
I worked in the stock room.
But did you apply to work there because you were titillated by the thought of working at Victoria's Secret?
No, my buddy and I, it was funny.
Hang on. JJ. Sorry, real quick. CMC, CD Lamb, Ahmed Ra.
Man.
JJ?
Justin Jefferson, baby.
Okay. All right, let's do it. But sorry, keep going.
No, I just, so my buddy and I started out, I was working as my second job ever. and I don't know if it was 2021 or something. We're at Fat Tuesdays in Arizona, so it's a bar with the slushy drinks. And he just came back from moving from North Dakota, and we're just talking. We're like, we need to move, and like next to notice, like 3 weeks later, we're in a Ryder truck. We just moved up to Washington State. We just randomly quit our jobs and left. And so he got a job at Victoria's Secret, and I'm sitting there grinding these 2 part-time jobs. And he's like, hey, they want a full-time stock person, benefits, you get better pay, and you get 40 hours a week. So I was like, you know what, screw it, might as well. So it was just more of a financial thing at the time.
That's incredible. Incredible.
It was awesome. He
And
actually traveled me.
what about the bouncing at a strip club? Any good stories there?
I don't know. My wife might want to hear that. Yeah. It was fun.
Okay.
Actually, the coolest thing was Beanie Wells went there. And I'm just like, I'm the bouncer, and this guy is just overshadowing me. I'm like, could you imagine tackling that guy, man?
That's crazy.
I
Crazy.
mean, I have fun stories, but I can't say it.
All right. That it feels like that's kind of your MO right now. You're hinting at all of this adventure, all of this excitement beneath the surface, but you got to keep it buttoned up now that you're on stream.
Well, I'm on stream during my lunch hour. I work for the state. Don't want to get in too much trouble.
I got you. Yes. I don't want you to lose your
Now,
job
6 o'clock,
over
and there's a
board.
big difference. Then I'll be happy.
Okay. Well, we're about to pick in the middle of round 2. We start with Jefferson. We are on the clock. Hampton, Jeremiah Love, your guy, Trey McBride, Drake London, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown.
You know what? Let's do London.
Okay. Are you a 0 RB bro right now?
No. Depends. If I was on the 11, what I like to do on 11 and 12 turn, I actually like taking Barkley and Walker at the 11-12. 2 people that always go in second round. Depending on where I'm at, obviously the first 2 picks, I'm a Chase Jefferson. I like JT, but he went before us, so it just depends.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm just not sold on Love yet. I know he could do good. I'm not sold on Hampton yet. And I'm like, there's 2 people, you don't know what their workload's going to look like. I'd rather take London, alpha receiver that I know, and then I could get maybe someone just as good on running back 3rd or 4th round.
And do you want to share with the people who weren't hanging out in the comment section of the Deposit Kingdom video where you shared it, your take on Trey McBride as a Cardinals fan, mind you?
Trey McBride, yeah, he's don't draft him. Like Cardinals offense is basically going to be. I don't think they're going to be that good this year. They're going to be one of the. I think they're going to be like bottom 5 offenses, and going in second round, I just think it's just too high. Okay. Honestly, I just I think they're going to establish the run or try to, but like for me, I'm not a percent person either way. I mean, the guy went 1-11 for his record, and he scored all his fantasy points in the 3rd and 4th quarter because they were 20 points behind and they played catch up and junk time. Like, that's not going to happen.
All right, there you go. What as a Cardinals fan, what is your Marvin Harrison versus Michael Wilson take?
I'm all about Marvin Harrison. I like Wilson.
Really?
But I think Wilson is kind of like I said it before, like Kirk. He steps up every once in a while. He'll step up when people get hurt, and you'll have those good games. But I just don't think. I think Marvin Harrison is going to be the alpha there.
Okay. All right. So I
haven't taken one Wilson. I've taken a lot of Harrison.
And not one McBride either. So it's just
no,
Harrison.
I haven't had McBride or
and then do you take Jacoby Brissett or do you not touch the quarterback situation?
I don't touch Brissett. I don't like Brissett. I don't think he's not gonna. I think he's gonna start less games out of another quarter, like another Cardinals quarterback. Now is that Ty Simpson? Is that Minshew? I don't know, but I just don't think. I don't think he'll start all the games. I don't think he'll be starting for the most important part in the playoffs of fantasy football. So I'm not taking him.
All right, we're about to pick in the 3rd round. Derrick Henry falls.
I was going to take him if he was there. Yeah, that would have been awesome.
That would have been very nice to have Henry at 31. We're on deck. AJ Brown, Josh Allen, ETN, Breece Hall, Ted Arroyo, Kyron. What are you eyeing here?
I'm thinking. Do I want to do Brown? No, let's do Breece.
Breece? All right, let's do it.
Yeah. We need
Get
to
our
get a running
first
back.
running back. So because you draft a lot of stuff, what of all the different formats in sports as far as daily, season long, playoffs, like what is your favorite format to draft on Underdog?
NFL. But I was a golf. I like golf, but like right now I'm taking a little break because I can if I leave my account open year round, if I don't put myself on a cool down, I'll just keep spending the money I won. So I'm on a break, but I love NFL. When I'm drunk at a bar, I'll do NBA. I'll sit there and just do like 50 auto NBA. That's why I have to put myself on cool off. But PGA golf is really fun because it's kind of one of those you never get a draft thrown out because ADP's not really a thing in that. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll even skip when I do golf. I'll skip the top 5 picks. I don't care, Scotty, Rory, and I'll just unless it's like a season long or like a major. But those are my top 2.
When you're blasting off on NBA, are you setting ranks or are you just like ripping it off ADP?
No, I'll sit there and it just depends what I'll do one time. Sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna take Q tabs, people. So I'll just take Q tags. Or sometimes I'll star it or rank it and take the Q tags out. Or things like that. Or I'll hear something about, they like this player, so I'll take him a little early. Things like that.
All right.
Zay Flowers.
We're up. Zay Flowers. All right. This is I love Zay, so I'm glad we're grabbing him here.
Yeah, I like Zay. I'm not on Luther. I know everyone is. I'd rather take O'Doomsday later. I know Luther's gonna be all right, but I think they're both
controversial opinion. Don't go around saying bad things about Luther Burden. People get upset.
I didn't say bad. I just said he's gonna score about what O'Doomsday score, and I could get O'Doomsday a round later. I'm perfectly fine with that.
What how many teams have you drafted in these pre-NFL draft contests?
Not that many. I don't do too much pre. I suck at it. I really do. I kind of stick to the olds and I'll start. So how I do this is I like to do the olds and then I'll take the rookies later, instead of going high. But I don't do too many. Like I said, I'm on a break. I think I can't see my account right now. So I think I did 15.
Oh, nice.
I put myself on a cool.
Okay.
I always put myself on a cool down right there before the NFL season starts. So I'll get access about May or so, and then I'll start doing BBMs. But like I always put myself on usually I wait until after the majors because I love doing the major, you know what I mean? The major stuff. I like to do the Masters, but this year I didn't do it. I was like, nah, I'm taking a break.
So is this a workaround for the break? I mean, it's a pretty clever workaround here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're scratching that itch while not breaking your self-imposed break. I like it.
Yep. Yeah. I like doing a cool. I like doing a cool break. It's like because I love drafting, but it's just like sometimes you just like after like even starting with the dailies, like when you start getting to the football season, you're excited to do it. But then I'm like, man, I'm exhausted with all summer long. You know what I mean? Because I don't like doing slow drafts. I want to sit there and be in every single draft. And you're like, man, I just did 500 like 45-minute drafts. You know what I mean? That's a lot of time. It's a lot of time.
I'm a big fan of moderation with drafting for the reason you described. It's like it's fun to draft year round, and I don't want to be burnt out for specific stuff because once drafting, as I've said before, like becomes a chore or something that you're exhausted by, it's like probably a time to take a step back and reevaluate. We could stack Lamar with Zay. Jalen Waddle is there. Devontae Adams, Montgomery.
So I would stack Lamar or we kind of need a second running back. I like Monty, but I think Lamar would be fun, and we just figure it out later for the running backs.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Lamar slides a little bit here to us. We get that stack, get the elite quarterback. Lamar to Zay. We also have Brees, Justin Jefferson, and Drake London. We are here with GoAZCards, a 2025 NFL Dog Bowl qualifier. What was your experience at the Dog Bowl?
I had a blast. I felt bad that I convinced my wife not to go because when I got back and I told her the fun, she was like, yeah, I'm going next time if you qualify. Like she already has expectations I'm going to qualify again. I'm like, you realize I am one of those people because I remember A1's like, oh, anyone can win the first 5 weeks because you don't have to know ball. And I'm like, that's why I won week 4, but I'll take it because I still win. But I was like, I am not going to make it, man. There was a lot of smart people out there that maxed it almost every week that didn't make it. So I'm like, but it was fun. It was incredible. I really enjoyed it. Love to see like faces. It's just hilarious because the first thing I get there with my brother and I see like John, everyone, they're all drafting on their computer at the hotel in the lobby, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to the bar. I'll introduce myself later. I'm like, I do enough drafting.
For sure.
But it's fun.
Who-
Yeah, if anyone can make it, even if you don't throw a lot in, just do 2 or 3 a week. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it if you can make it. They treat you like rock stars. You don't pay for a thing basically when you're out there, so it's definitely worth it.
Yes, it was. That was a great time in KC. You're about to be on the clock at 6-6. Obviously, Monty long gone. Running backs are like Harvey, Chuba, Ramondre. You got some wide receivers here. Your guy Marvin Harrison
Dude,
is
if he
available.
falls, I'm taking him. Harrison if he's there.
Let's see. What's it going to be? Are we frozen? He's here.
Yeah,
Top
let's
of the
do it.
ADP. All right, here you go. I mean, if I'm going to draft with
And then if he makes it
GoAZCards.
back, Algier for a little stack. I don't know if we make it back.
Okay, a little running back wide receiver stack. Because I was going to ask you about, because we got your takes on the quarterbacks and the wide receivers for the Cardinals, and I did want to get the triumvirate backfield there. But it sounds like you like the new guy.
I like Algier. Algier's going to get probably a goal line. He's going to probably get workload, but I still do like Connor. Connor was a big passing receiving back out there, so I do think he'll be the third down. I think he'll get 2 minute. He'll probably be in there for the 2 minute. You know what I mean, Gerald? So like I still take a little bit of Connor, and plus with Algier taking a lot of the grunt of the heavy work, maybe Connor stays healthy this year. But I think he'll still be there because Cardinals are going to be trailing a lot, and they're going to be in 2 minute hurry up a lot. So I still don't think it's a bad pick with Connor. How late he goes.
And Trey Benson, just a mega bust?
Probably. I'm just like, it's just hard. I mean, maybe he's not. Maybe he gets a shot. But Trey Benson kind of reminds me of, man, who was the, I forgot. What was the guy that was on Cowboys and he kept getting hurt for like 5 years and he never played and now he was a starter, so everyone was like picking him. I forgot who it was.
It's not Dante.
It was a couple years ago. It wasn't Javon. Maybe I'm trying to think who it was.
The chat will help us out here.
Yeah.
Cowboys running back.
Was it
Felix
Rico
Jones? Felix Jones? Or
No, was it Dowd? Was he a Cowboy?
He was, but I don't remember him being like perpetually injured.
There was someone I thought it maybe was before, but he was going to get his big year and he never got it. You know what I mean? And then he went on. I think that's how Benson is. Maybe he does well somewhere else.
All right, let's see here. We are going to pick at 7-7. We got Lamar to Zay. We got Brees. We got Jefferson, Drake London, Marvin Harrison. Algier is here if you just want to lock him up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's behind Ramondre and Warren, but I don't think there's a ton of difference in this range.
Yeah, I like him. Only other thing I was going to say is maybe we do Sutton and maybe it was Murray. I forgot.
All right. It's all right. If it comes to you in epiphany, you can update us.
That's why I can't tell. I don't know. I just make shit up.
Hey, you know what? That's what most of us do anyway. So you'd be in good company.
My job is just to spice things up, bring conversation in the chat. Hope we bring something funny.
So you said your boss plays fantasy football. You talk fantasy with the coworkers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm in a coworker league. So I'll talk a little bit.
Did they know like how deep into fantasy football you are, or do you just talk like redraft league type?
Oh no, I tell him like I did this many drafts, and he knew I qualified for the dog bowl and stuff like that. So
that's cool. That's cool. Nice to have a boss who's supportive of your hobby here.
Yes.
All right. Well, you did mention Cortland Sutton. He's falling. No, he does go.
Yeah, I was going to say him and Nix would have been a nice little back.
You could double up on mini wide receivers potentially here. Addison, we're on the clock. Jalen Warren, Pearsall, Godwin, Dobbs.
Part of me wants to double the Minnesota and get Murray, but also we need some running back. So I say live a little, Addison.
Ooh, look at that at the last second. There you go. Don't capitulate to big running back. Get those Minnesota guys. And now is your former quarterback Kyler Murray on the radar for you here?
Oh yeah, he was on the radar as soon as I took Jefferson.
Wait, did you just do the Crane thing where it's like you draft New England guys just so you have an excuse to draft Drake May? Did you take Jefferson just so you could take Kyler Murray?
No, I just think Jefferson being in the middle to the end of the draft, first round is stupid. Now he has a capable quarterback. Like Murray, when he gets in trouble, he just throws it up to his best receiver. And Jefferson.
So being in the middle, you say is stupid. So where would you have him ranked if you released the proprietary GoAZCards best ball rank?
Honestly, I would have him ranked right after Chase.
So 1-5.
It's Jefferson and JT. I'm kind of light on JSN, kind of light on Puka. So to me, it's between Gibbs and Bijan, Chase, and then JT and JJ.
Okay, all right, that is a spicy take. Yeah, if you're taking him over JSN and Puka, that's some spice for sure. All right, here's the squad. We got our Lamar Zay stack. We have Jefferson and Addison now, along with London and Marvin Harrison. We have our two running backs, Breece Hall and Algier. So we got some team bets here. Minnesota, Baltimore, and Arizona is our concentration right now.
What do we got here?
So at tight end, Kyle Pitts is hanging around. If you want Kyler, I mean, that's right at ADP. We probably would need to take him here at pick 103. And then you're looking at some wide receivers as well.
What does running backs look like?
Running backs look like Tony Pollard, Gainwell, Mason, Rachaad White, Chris Rodriguez, Aaron Jones.
Let's go ahead. Nah, we'll pass. We got Lamar. If he doesn't fall, it's not gonna be the end of the world.
Who do you want? You got. Oh, great. Sorry, we timed out.
I wasn't looking at the clock. That's my fault. But yeah, I was going to do Pitts for either. Yeah, but I'm like, to me, like since we have Lamar, I'm like, I'm not in a desperate rush to get Murray. I'll try to take a faller just because we have Lamar.
My only thought would be this: if you don't have a player that you absolutely love instead of the quarterback, and you have the two Minnesota wide receivers, and he's right there at ADP, just take him. Then you can be done at quarterback, and then you can get somebody else.
I hope one of your bashes binks it. I'm not even saying
me too,
mine,
brother.
But it would be awesome just to for you to actually have to cash out. It'd be awesome if it was a dog bowl one, so you have, you know what I mean? That person gets that opportunity to go because you're already going to go. You know what I mean? It'd be just an extra bonus. I hope one of yours binks it.
From your lips to God's ears, brother. You know, we've been chasing the on-stream bink for about 5 years now. So that's the hope. That's the hope. We've come close. Obviously, the Beimfort team in BBM2 finished top 8. I've had some Battle Royale teams that I've drafted on stream. The Deposit Kingdom video one, I finished second. That was on there. So we've sniffed it, but haven't had the true on-stream first place bink yet.
All right. I'm not looking at the chat, but chat, you want to ask a question about me? Ask. We'll see if I answer.
I love it. If you guys have questions for GoAZCards, drop them in the chat. I will pull them up here.
You pick up a good one, because I only see the StreamYard ones.
I'll get you. Okay, we are about to pick at 114. We got the two quarterbacks stacked up. Our running backs are just Breece and Algier. If we look at running backs right now, so Pollard has fallen a little bit here. Pollard, Gainwell went. Rachaad White, Rodriguez, Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones, Mike Washington.
But between Pollard for the faller, or I'm actually Rodriguez.
All right, let's get the actual take.
Rodriguez. Yeah. I'm just not sold on Tennessee offense. I'm just not. I mean, I think Love might go there. I just, you know what I mean? Like, and at this late of the
sure.
game, where does Tony fall where he's actually still usable? You know what I mean? I just don't, unless it's Minnesota. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure. All right, we have one question in here from John. He wants to know who is the Rams tight end to take in drafts.
yeah, because my name is GoAZ Rams. Well, I guess Cardinals is old school Rams.
You can't, beggars can't be
we don't know
choosers
which rookie.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone does partisan, but I don't know. That's one of the tight end rooms I don't know on. You know what I mean? Like, now the Pittsburgh, I really like Darnell Washington. But Jonnu Smith's not on there anymore. So I kind of like Darnell Washington I like to do that as a little backstack if I need to. But Rams one, sorry. I don't think any of us knows. I think it's going to be a rookie.
All right, there you go. This is a fun one from JBB. I mean, if you're talking beer, we got to know what's the go-to beer.
Oh, go-to beer is a red. Not a amber, but a red, like a nice, smooth, not that malty red.
All right, give us a specific though. Which red is your favorite?
Man, you don't find them anymore, so I can't really buy it out of cans. The one I go to now, it's actually an Irish red. Shamrock Brewery is up the road. They have a really good Irish red. Back in the day, it wasn't a red, but it was light. It was Buffalo's Game Changer. That was delicious, but they don't have that anymore.
What about you mentioned the Irish. Smittix is pretty good.
I love Smitty. Yeah, Smitty's is good.
Yeah.
I like Smitty's. Love Guinness.
Okay. All right. We're on the clock here. Jordan Mason. We got some tight ends if you want to dip your toes there. Kelsey, Kincaid, Jane.
Can you look at the running backs real quick?
Yeah, Mason, Aaron Jones, Mike Washington, Bill. Quick.
Go ahead. Go back. Go ahead and do Higgins.
I didn't get it in time. We got Mason.
Who did we get?
Mason.
All right. I was actually going to go over Jones over Mason just because we have Murray. So I figured Jones would be in for the pass session. Is Aaron Jones going to still be there? Do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be there. But yeah, sorry. I think it's fine though. He was an ADP faller. We obviously are already all in on Minnesota with this team. So getting the goal line back there hopefully is not a bad position to be in.
So who is your number one person you want on the bash?
On the bash,
out of all the ones that tell.
That's a good.
I would have to say I would love to see Terrence Lawrence. I think is that his name?
Yeah, T-Bear.
Just because he always has some very unique, and I want to know if that comes out like live as well, or if it's just a behind the scenes chat. I would love to see him.
That is a really good one. T-Bear is infamous. I haven't seen him in my chats lately. I know he pops up in chat and in the Badge Bros there as well with some hot takes. Yeah, that is a good one. Honestly, I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I was excited to have you on because I knew you were a character from the Dog Bowl, and so I'm glad this happened.
And I'm boring you, so I'm sorry.
You're not. Travis Kelce, Aaron Jones, Omar Cooper, likely, Mike Washington, Mark Andrews.
Let's go running back. Let's go Mike Washington.
Okay, let's do it. Get another running back in here, a little young blood, along with Algier, Breece Hall, Chris Rodriguez, and Jordan Mason, the fastest man at the position this year, Mike Washington Jr.
Dog was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
Who was your actually?
Who did you like? Who was your favorite person to meet at the Dog Bowl?
My favorite person to meet, sober or non-sober? Just kidding.
I'll take him in both instances.
Favorite person to meet. Fun to meet Candles because I love having someone in the crew. Like Candles morning show is really nice. Out of the streamers, man, sorry Pete, I might have to say I had a hat that had John on there. A beanie. I wanted to do something different no one ever did, but I think it was cool. Actually, you know what? Knew me. I just wish I had my bell.
Just him waiting hand and foot
yes.
At your every request. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. All right. let's take stock of this team here. 255, no tight ends. Yeah, JBB sees we're headed down the path of late round tight end. It sounds like, and if you're anti Trey McBride, you're probably pretty pro late round tight end.
Yeah. Like I said, Pitts, I kind of was going to grab Pitts at one time. If Pitts falls, I kind of like starting to target tight end there. If I could get like or even a Warren. I just too early of a tight end. Just too much capital. I think the first 2 rounds, it can break the slate, but I just think there's just so much high power other positions, you know what I mean, that you really need at that time.
Well, we have some options here. Likely has fallen a good
Likely
bit.
if he comes
what about
around.
the double? The double with Mark Andrews too is possible with Zay and Lamar.
Yeah,
Do you have a
and I like Andrews as well.
Yeah. Both are available. So Andrews is the stack. Likely is the ADP.
Let's do the stack. Let's get 2 team stacks on there.
I like it, man. Look at this is clean, man. Like we talk about, stacking's kind of down. It's a little harder to stack in these pre-drafts with everyone fighting over the quarterbacks. Lamar double to Zay and Andrews, and Kyler double to Jefferson and Addison. It's clean.
If this doesn't get out, I'll be upset. This at least needs to make the first round.
Oh yeah.
But I am late tight end. I like Andrews. I kind of like likely Andrews, Kelsey, kind of where I like to start unless I get a faller. Like I said, Fannin sometimes, if he'll fall, I like to grab him. It's just the injured ones like Kraft. I like Kraft, but it's just hard for me to get on board. Kittle, so late in the season. It's just hard. I know when he gets on, he's going to do awesome, but it's so hard for me to get on with Kittle. That's a late injury.
Have you considered that he's a grown-ass man, Charles?
Oh, he is. And he's out of all the football players, and you see him on the receiver show, that is a guy I would love to have a beer with. That would be Kittle. And I hate the Niners.
Yes.
That says a lot.
That does. Yeah, if you would be willing to break bread with the enemy there. JBB's got another one for you. What's your take on the rookie class overall? Do you have anyone in particular that you like?
Drafting wise, I'm not big into like the researching in the rookies and just kind of what I hear and stuff. Obviously ASU bias, so Tyson, just because I'm an ASU fan. But we see how that is.
Did you go to ASU or just a fan? You did?
Oh, I partied there a lot growing up. My wife graduated there. I only made it to the CCs around there.
That's funny.
There was too much partying in that time.
All right. We're about to be on the clock here. There's a couple tight ends.
Receiver?
Receiver.
Receivers right
Hunter, Debo, Ridley, Adonai Mitchell, Tesla, Booty. And then you got Juwan Johnson, Hunter Henry at tight end, running backs, Connor, Emmett, Johnson, Sampson.
Emmett.
You got 6 seconds. Emmett?
Yep. That's another running back I like. Yep.
All right, there you go. That's
like sort of too, like Mike Washington, Emmett. I just like their size, and they're not. I'm not spending a second round, like, you know what I mean, or really high on them. So I like taking like the mid to late rookies just because of the capital.
Yeah. Yep.
Stowers, because we don't know what Denver. Hopefully Stowers goes to like Denver, just because no one loves Ingram. So maybe you get lucky and he is their tight end.
Yeah. Yes. Huhames wants to know, would you be upset if Arizona drafts Love?
Oh. Yeah. I would. Because we had a pass catching back that was really fast called Trey Benson. That worked out really well. No, we need a lot more. And honestly, I think Algiers, I think he deserves a shot. The guy's a beast. And why not? We need an edge. We need a line. Like, we need so much more. So we don't need Love. Not that high. Not third. That's just too high.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like, they gave Algier a decent amount of money. They bring back Connor. It seems like they're signaling they're probably done addressing running back this year.
Well, Connor and Algier, I think, is going to be a great 1-2 there. Connor obviously getting older. Algier still young enough to where he's got some, we got some years to draft another running back. So I'd be upset if they drafted Love. Very upset. But I wouldn't be upset if they traded. So
Yeah. We're about to pick at 15. If he's still here, do you want to triple Kyler with TJ
oh yeah.
Hawkinson?
I was gonna say Hawk if he's there.
Yeah. Yes. The looking at and just to confirm, and I can toggle off of it, you all set at quarterback, Lamar and Kyler shut it down?
Yeah, I'm good. Unless something at the end comes up, we can backstack, but I'm good. I'm not gonna press it.
I guess it would just be, yeah, you could do one of the Atlanta guys. Your guy Stowers goes, but Hawkinson is here.
Yeah. I was gonna either do Stowers or Hawk, so that works out for me.
All right, look at this. Again, talk about clean when you have those quarterbacks stacked up with their tight ends. We got Lamar to Andrews. We got Kyler to Hawkinson. We are stacking on the bash today, baby.
At least you don't like triple stacks, but I actually really don't mind. I tied in weird. I don't consider it high stack. You know what I mean? Especially when you get in it later. Tight ends you don't expect to blow up every week. So
no, I think it's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's I mean, pick 151 for Andrews, pick 175 for Hawkinson. Might as well. Might as well.
So what are you looking at? I got a question for you though. Obviously, you're doing the towel. I think it's a great thing. I think it's going to be fun content, something new. So hats off on that. Internally, what are you looking for? I know everyone's trying to hey, I have this knowledge or I have this experience. In my mind, it's character. I think they don't have to know football, just character and bring some kind of showman to what are you really wanting?
Yeah, it's funny because you think about the journey and the destination. The destination is we're going to try to crown the next great fantasy talent, launch a career. That's the destination. But the journey is all about entertainment. And to your point, it's all about characters. It's who can basically compel people to want to watch them. And sometimes that comes in different forms. But whatever your form of entertainment is, you need to be entertaining. You have to be, because we are inundated with options for media. And even within fantasy football specifically, we have a million things we can consume, podcast, Twitter, everybody's pulling for attention. So you got to be able to hold people's attention or bring something to the table that's going to compel them to want to keep coming back. So yeah, that's a huge, huge part of it.
That's for all you doing submissions. So learn from that.
Well, and yeah, and it's I'm putting on a show. This is a show. The show itself has to be entertaining as well. Not only the guests themselves. We're on the clock.
Be a receiver, running back for me.
Yeah. Trey Harris, Tajay Spears, Tank Dell, Malik Washington, Sean Tucker, Dontavian Wicks, Nicholas Singleton, Trey Tucker, Kamara. Quick.
You know what? Let's go ahead and do Malik.
Malik Washington?
Yeah.
Okay, I got that in at the last second. Whew. All right, we're good. Okay, we add Malik Washington here. What is he currently the wide receiver 1 on the Dolphins? Is my math correct there?
Even if he's a receiver 2 after they draft someone, it's still a 1-2. So I'll take it.
There you go. Malik Willis
and he's literally our 6th and maybe last receiver. Maybe we'll get one more.
Yeah, I think on this build, Jefferson, London, Zay, Marv, Addison is a good 5. Malik at 6. I think we're definitely doing a third tight end. We're definitely doing at least one more wide receiver. We said we were done at quarterback. Running back, you're in pretty good shape. I think you have some flexibility. I think it's another tight end, another wide receiver, and then what? Maybe one more wide receiver, one more running back?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or 4 running backs. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
I will
say it's just, do you have some deep sleepers you like down here?
I take Jordan James, but I also take Garendo just because everyone's on the Jordan James train. So I want to take someone that, you know what I mean? Something different just to kind of, because we're down here. I think Vidal's not too bad. Part of me, because I know Ty Johnson is the pass catching. Part of me wants to take a little Davis just because I know Cook, but isn't he gets the full workload if Cook goes down? Everyone else takes a backup down there?
Yeah, I think people are worried about the Ty Johnson stuff in that scenario, but I like Ray Davis. I've taken him a few times here. We are on the clock. Your guy Jordan James is here. Ray Davis is here.
James.
Okay. We'll grab Jordan James, our 7th running back here. All of a sudden, I can't click.
What's the tight end, just so I can see, so we can kind of plan on the tight ends?
Yep, David Njoku. We do have some Rams tight ends, so that goes back to that question previously. Ferguson, Parkinson, Freiermuth is here. Tongas, Gesicki, Dulcich.
Okay, I got a couple. Some of the maybe I'll grab.
Okay,
I got a couple. Come on, chat. Where's the spicy questions? You guys are boring me.
No, come on, dude. I tried to follow up with.
I'm kidding.
I tried to ask you about working at a strip club, and you're like, I actually can't talk about that.
No, it was fun. It was fun off and on work. It was an entertaining time.
Where did you meet your wife?
I met her actually. This is a fun story. So I met her competitive kickball.
Okay,
so in a kickball league. Yeah,
that is cool.
Yeah, so we were doing. We were a group of our friends, like everyone, like a lot of my friends played football. When I went off to the military, they played like the semi-pro leagues back in Arizona, AZFL and stuff like that. And then after that, they're done with that and done getting hit. They're like, we need to do something that's not as much and where we could drink. So they started a kickball thing. So when I came back, I got out of the military.
Hang on real quick.
Joined
Charles,
with them.
Real quick. Let's just make this pick here.
Let's do. Excuse me.
You got a tight end you like?
No, let's go receiver or running back.
Quick.
Receiver. Shit. Let's do Bryant.
Okay. All right. I like
that,
Bryant. Yeah.
I actually like. I know they got Waddle out there, but Bryant was getting all the targets over everyone. You know what I mean? Towards the end, before he got kind of hurt. So I like him. But yeah. So then we just started. Started doing traveling. Went to Vegas for nationals. And I just remember my wife was a softball player, and she was like, she's athletic. She was kicking ass. Invited her on our team, and it was all the way from there. Yeah, it was awesome.
How long ago was this? How long have you guys known each other?
Oh, we just had our 17-4. We were dating. We've been together for 17 years, and married 4, so we call it 17-4. I was like, we finally got married at like year 13. I'm like, I am not getting married on any other day. We've been celebrating this anniversary all this time. So we're getting married on that day. It's a Wednesday. I don't care. I'm not having 2 days to celebrate.
Wait, did you win that battle to get married on that day?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Wow. I love the idea of you being hard and firm about the wedding day just to make things easier to remember in your head. What an alpha move there.
Oh, we didn't even have a wedding. We just got a judge to come to our apartment. We had to overlook Salone's Lake, and you could see the mountains and the stadium. We just had someone come up there and marry us really quick, and then we just went off to a steakhouse. And then we went off to our honeymoon. We didn't need something fancy paying for it.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we're about to pick here. We got
family doesn't know we're married.
Who doesn't?
Don't do fantasy football.
Her family?
No. My brother was there. It was just my brother and my dad. That was it.
Wait, why are you hiding your marriage from them?
I'm not hiding. She's hiding it, apparently.
Wow. Okay, that is spicy. I might have a follow-up question on that.
Because we got because we're going to do probably a running back. Let's see here.
Well, we definitely need a tight end. So we should. You got a tight end you like?
I do, but he'll be back.
Quick. Running back.
My tight end is I want Darnell Washington, and we could get him in the last round.
All right, but I don't have enough time.
Plug him just in case.
Shit, dude. Wow. Hollywood Brown. That was I was searching Washington, and then there's a million Washingtons, and I should have typed in Darnell. That's a user error on me. I apologize, Charles.
Who was the running backs? I wanted to see the running backs. I was going to take another running back. I was actually thinking about since we're going old school. I was either going to go Claiborne or if he's still around, DeMarcardo, whatever. The old
there's your
Hunt? Didn't they release Hunt? If I'm right.
Yes. But the chat, I would be, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to, but is there any more context to your wife's family not knowing that you guys are married? Like, do they know about you? They just don't know you're married?
Oh yeah, they know we've been dating forever. They just think we're never going to get married just because we were together so long.
Is it because she's worried that they'll be like, where's the wedding? Let's do the wedding. Or does it have to do with
It was that in the
else?
beginning. It's definitely that. Not with her mom, but her mom took over her sister's wedding and did all this other stuff. And she just is like, this is for us. We're not doing it for anyone else. We're the ones that we were together for 13 years, and this is our next step for our relationship, not everyone else.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel too.
So it's not that she's hiding you. It's that she just didn't want to deal with all the questions about having a proper wedding ceremony, essentially.
She didn't want to have to turn down all the proper stuff and say, no, this is what I want. And it would just have been a headache. And it's just like, let's just do it for us.
Okay. Do you think that will ever be revealed of like, oh, by the way, this is never
she's going to reveal it. So I'm going to tell her, I'm like, I want to see it live. You cannot do it on your own. Something more spicy too. We were sitting there. She was back in Nebraska. That's where she's from. And she's with her family. And
real quick, last pick. Do you want one of your running backs or do you want your third tight end?
Let's do Washington. No, how much time do we got?
3 seconds.
I think we need a running back. Do a running back.
All right. Let's see. All right, you got Damon Claiborne, and you're gonna rock the two tight ends.
I like Andrews Hawks. I think they're gonna be fine for that with the thing. And I think we just need another firepower running back since we waited a while. We don't have like two studs. But so she's back there with her dad's, like, I think it was their anniversary, and her dad's best friend was like talking to her, and she's like, so you married? And she like whistled around it, and she didn't say it. And he's like, it's not what I asked. I said, are you married? And she whistled around. And he's like, no, you're not listening to what I ask. And she'd like, yes, I am. Don't tell my dad. She told her dad's best friend, and not her dad.
Wow.
This is just getting fun. It's just awesome. I'm just along for the ride. I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait until the big reveal.
Well, I hope none of her family are Best Ball Bash viewers. That could get awkward if they found out on this stream.
Well, if they are, I'd be shocked. I would be shocked.
You've never talked fantasy football with them?
No, not at all.
Yeah. I get it. All right. This team is in the books. I'm sick to my stomach about this dumb Hollywood Brown auto draft pick, but we're going to try to push past that, try to find some beauty in what we did here. Here's the team. Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray at quarterback are 8 running backs: Breece Hall, Tyler Algier, Chris Rodriguez, Jordan Mason, Mike Washington Jr., Emmett Johnson, Jordan James, and Damon Claiborne. Are 8 wide receivers: Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Zay Flowers, Marvin Harrison, Jordan Addison, Malik Washington, Pat Bryant, and Hollywood fucking Brown. Tight ends.
7 1/4 receivers.
7 1/4. And 2 tight ends: Mark Andrews, TJ Hawkinson. How did we do, Charles?
I like this team. I mean, even didn't want Hollywood, but it's not going to hurt this team. I actually like. That's a good thing about being balanced and not needing a position. So if you happen to do something, I actually like this team.
Beautiful. While I name these here in my hub, we got Blizzy. He says he lives 25 minutes from Sloan's Lake and he wants to hang. Would you get beers with Mr. Blizzy Blaine?
I used to live next to Sloan's Lake. I moved down south a little bit more. I used to play cornhole for a year at Odell's Brewery. 90 shillings, another good amber. That's pretty good if you like to know. If you know Odell's Brewery.
Okay. All right. There you go. Where in I grew up in Lakewood, so I'm in
okay. No, we had to move down. So my wife's a smart one. She got a master's in counseling, so she works at the mental hospital down in Pueblo. So we had to move down, and I work from home.
Okay. Nice.
Oh yeah, we lived Sloan's Lake 4 or 5 years, like right there at one of the apartments that are right on the lake. It was actually pretty nice.
It does sound nice. All right. We drafted with BBChosen. We drafted with GoAZCards. We learned a lot about both of our guests today. I doubt we'll have this show next week just because it'll be NFL draft day. I'll say this, if contests are in the lobby, you know, maybe we'll fire it up. Otherwise, the bash will return, you know, in Best Ball Mania glory the following week after that, which will be very fun to get to start drafting teams for what I assume will be a couple $1 million. And right now, I actually just posted the video for the next edition of the So You Think You Can Tout. So this covers the Rick and Tyler beef. It goes into our villain, Cole. I also announced who one of our first guest judges is going to be. I'm going to drop that in the chat so you guys can go watch that right now over on the Deposit Kingdom channel here. The video is called Our Contestants Are Beefing Before We Even Start. But Charles, it was awesome drafting with you today. Any other final words or parting shots?
No. Thanks for having me on. I didn't think I was going to be able to squeeze it in before my meeting. So thanks for having me on. It was a pleasure. And looking forward to these tout videos. Good luck to everyone that enters.
Thank you. And yeah, I appreciate all of your comments and enthusiasm. It was great meeting you in Kansas City.
One question for you.
Yeah.
So I know I comment a lot. What's your average rate of just passing mine over because you just know I'm going to say about 80% full of crap? Do you go, oh,
no,
okay, I'll look at every other comment?
No, I read every comment. I will say this. I will always reply to the first comment. If I see you have like 5 comments, you're probably just getting hearts after that. Although I'm pretty sure I replied to 2 of your comments last time, so that you got me. You got me for sure.
Oh, no, I mute me about 80% of the time. I'm just letting you know. I'm like 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5. You're going to have one good comment somewhere. I'm just going to.
I love it. Keep the comments coming, and we'll see you guys next time on the bash. As far as my schedule, I just have After Dark tomorrow night, Friday with Nick Ercolano. Excited to hang out and talk shop with him. But otherwise, go to the Deposit Kingdom channel. Go watch the new tout video. Tell me which submissions you guys are liking. For Seth, for Charles, I'm Pete. This has been the bash. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.